Hi, this is Victor Stabin, and today I'm here to talk to you about one of my earliest influences, Victor Moscoso. Before I get started, I want to remind you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're going to be producing great new content every week, and I don't want you to miss a moment of it. Victor Moscoso is an American artist best known for producing psychedelic rock posters, advertisements, and underground comics in San Francisco during the 1960s and 70s. I had to start somewhere. I don't know when I started doodling. I remember in high school, I started creating shapes that I thought were attractive. They were abstract. They were sort of geometric. They were a little Art Nouveau. They were a little Art Deco. They were a little amoeba-ish. If I had to think, where did this come from, License to Doodle? Probably came from looking at Victor Moscoso's work in Zap Comics. What I remember about Zap Comics and Victor was the frame-by-frame series where classic comic strip setup, you go from one frame to the next. Usually it's a narrative, but with him, it was a harmony of elements that would go from one frame to the next. They would morph from one frame to the next. For example, going to the top row, we're taking a nice look at the top row. Hey Vic, take me to the top row. No problem, Vic. So in this one, we have what looks like a little collection of rocks coming down a hill. On top of the hill is a cyclops with stars that he's looking at in the nighttime sky. Who the hell knows what this is? I have no idea. But in the second frame, we have the cyclops that's in the first frame, but now he's dominant. We're taking an element from the first frame, putting it in the second frame. To go to the third frame, we have, at the edge of the second frame, a series of eyeballs that look like they're in a little eyeball bush. That little eyeball bush gets turned into crawling eyeballs with a skull coming down from the sky. I have no idea what I'm looking at right now. I just know that there's a stream of consciousness that's taking me from one panel to the next panel. Victor Moscoso's work allowed me to think outside of the box. I had the pleasure of meeting him one day. We were both in the same show at a gallery called the Psychedelic Solution on 8th Street. I happened to get his card, which I have framed, and I get to look at every day. Victor was a major influence, and now I'd like to show you a piece of work I did that perhaps he had a hand in over 40 years ago. I'm taking a break from the video to tell you about SM20. It's a coupon you can use to buy anything at victorstabin.com at 20% off. Back to the video. Okay, so here we are. I started by looking at Victor Moscoso's work way back when. Okay, what you're looking at right now are the feet of Dr. Doodle. Dr. Doodle is a psychiatrist who's taking notes from a patient who's sitting on a couch trying to unfold the story of its life. So zooming out, here is the hand of the therapist or the psychiatrist taking notes with what looks like a pretty normal pen. And the notes are in the form of a doodle. I hope you're still with me. This is gonna make sense. Right now, here we have Dr. Doodle slapping himself in the face going, my God, the doodle I'm taking notes on is just a mess. Here we have, which is kind of like the key to having this thing be slightly real in that it's an entity sitting on something. Dr. Doodle's in the middle of a practice with a patient. And here's the patient. The patient was originally a little drawing that I started in my wallet and on a 5x3-inch index card. What we have here is a beehive with some kind of fan at the top of his head. The beehive does not have bees coming out. It has a gaseous material coming out made of wiggly lines and ellipses that's turning into some sort of piece of modern architecture that looks very futuristic. When I did this, I was not thinking of the psychiatrist's couch, but again, putting the doodle on the couch gives it another worldliness as far as being an entity. I don't know if it's anthropomorphic, but it's something laying on a couch. Probably not human. I think of it as a normal human being. And then over here, on the floor, on this lovely mat that has a spiral on it, and I love spirals, we have Squid Ass. Squid Ass is the psychiatrist's dog. Over here, we have the psychiatrist's dog's water dish. Look at the whole thing. It's inside a room, and outside the room is New York City. And to show New York City, I did an illustration that I actually sent to the New Yorker at one point. Still waiting for them to respond. But what we have here is a lava lamp sitting on the ledge, and outside is a cityscape with buildings. When they have a lot of money, they try to outdo each other. So on top of this building, I have a lava lamp, which I think is just a perfect New Yorker cover. So now we have the whole thing on the screen. People ask me, what are your influences? Victor Moscoso was one of them. And I remember a teacher saying to me when I was in high school, I was showing him my doodle. I said, well, what do you think of this? And he said, oh, it's very nice if you like that type of thing. So I wasn't necessarily getting a direct contact with the people that I was being educated by, but I did have an impression made on me by these few artists who just went forward with it. Here I am. This is one of my more mammoth narrative pieces. I hope you get a kick out of it. Thanks for checking out this episode of my On Influence series. Remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a creative comment, and you need to see more? I think you do. Go to victorstabin.com where you can buy prints, apparel, cups, read stories, and dig deep. You'll find stuff all over the place that you'll love. Thanks.